go. Going live, and I think we are live. Yes, we are live. Okay. Welcome, everyone. That is not the screen that I wanted. I wanted to put this one on. Or, I'll figure out the right one eventually. Oh, I know what the fucking gone wrong here. Oh, well. God damn it. That's what I get for getting references.
No intro music.
Oh, I don't have any background music set up. I apologize. There will not actually be background music for this. Um,
Oh well.
So, yeah, welcome everyone. This is the final day of the ARMA Team League Top 8 playoffs. Um, our team scores is, well, not team scores. We'll start off with the league rules. So the league rules are Aka-Ari, so red fives are in use. Tobinashi, so no bankruptcy. Atamahane-Ari, so no double runs. Head bump is in effect. Kiriage Mangan, so 4 Han 30 gets rounded up to Mangan. No abortive draws. And an Uma of 30-10 with an Oka of 20. So first place gets an extra 20 above that. So, those of you who've been watching for a while, you'll know this is, heating up to be a decent finish. We've got the current standings. Let's take a look at those to start with. We have Water in the Fire first at 388.9, Atosuki at 288.7, Powerpuff Boys at 217.6, Tile Dreaming at 202.7, AUNSW Wanderers at 116.1, Dark Flame Cursed Totoro at 96.9, Junken Ron at negative 17.5, and Tanya Sensation at negative 8.8. Now, this last day of games is actually seeded, so the Hanchans will change depending on what the team's various placements are. So we can see that our first Hanchan for the day, that don't think that's swapped over. I think it's swapped over. Is going to be between Water in the Fire, who's in first place, Tile Dreaming, who is in fourth place, AUNSW Wanderers, who are in fifth place, and Tanyo Sensation, who are in eighth place. Whereas the second Hanchan is going to be Atosuki in second, Powerpuff Boys from third, Dark Flame Curse Totoro from sixth, and Janken Ron from seventh. So today we have obviously different commentating team than usual for various reasons. So today we have myself, Osbol, we have Veggie,
Good evening.
and Jeff Orange.
Hey guys.
So for those who are astute and noticing our names might recognize us, we're actually the whole of Atosuki minus J-Cakes. We figured it might be an interesting thing to have a bunch of us on for once and give a bit more of a different intake. We not quite sure which games we're going to watch. We might not watch all of J-Cakes' games just for bias purposes, but we shall see. Sorry, I'm just trying to adjust this image a little bit. Yep. Also, since we've got a few minutes, I do want to go through a few thank yous for those who can make this possible. The main ones, obviously, are the admins, SBT, Totoro, Cheese. They're the ones that run everything behind the scenes. They're the ones that make sure this thing runs smoothly, and they put in all this work to make sure that these games can happen. So thank you very much to them. We appreciate your work immensely. And yeah, so our first game today, what are we going to watch, guys? What do you guys want to watch? Do we want to watch J Cakes, or do we want to watch the battle between fourth and fifth place, which is basically how this is shaping up?
I suspect that the battle between fourth and fifth is probably the most important for this weekend, since as you may be aware, we have to say goodbye to 4 teams at the end of this weekend. Only the top 4 teams will move along to the next round.
Yep.
If you can bring up the standings.
Sorry, wrong page. So, okay, the standings are up. So currently we have Water in the Fire, Atosuki, Powerpuff Boy, and Tile Dreaming in 1 through 4. And then AUNSW and Dark Flame Curse Totoro in 5th and 6th. They're probably the main ones vying for 4th place. Junkin Ron could still make it. They need a pretty decent run today to get there, though. A couple firsts will put them in running for it. What are you guys' thoughts?
I think more than a couple of firsts. I think they will need big firsts. Anything short of that is...
Yeah, they're also going to need to have some other results go their way as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're in the place to do that. Like, Tanyo Sensation is in the match with Water and the Fire, as well as Tile Dreaming and AUNSW Wanderers. So, I mean, you could foresee, a very big first from them might put them in contention, particularly if it's at the loss of Tile Dreaming and AUSW Wanderers. Junkin Ron is up against Dark Flame Curse Totoro and Powerpuff Boys as Natosuki. So they have a bit of a harder job because they can't directly hit Tile Dreaming and AUNSW Wanderers. But if they can knock Powerpuff Boys down a bit, then, they get within striking range a bit.
Yeah, first from Dark Flame Curse Totoro and a last from Powerpuff Boys will almost... No, in fact, it will flip their positions.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting run here. What are we at? I think the games are just about to start if they haven't already.
They just fired.
They just fired. Cool. So we
Yeah,
have
5 minute delay.
Yep. So we will have a 5-minute delay on that. So we went with the first and fourth one. Yeah, we decided on.
Yes.
Cool. Which is okay. The next question is, who are we gonna follow? Like, whose seed are we gonna sit in?
Whoever starts at East, I think.
Okay, we'll start with these. I think that's going to be, it is. It's Cyber 777, or I believe Cyber Angel. Sorry,
Cyber Angel. I think,
it is Cyber Angel, I think. Or is it Cyber? Yeah. So they will be in first East. They are from Tanyo Sensation, so they have the joys of deciding some placings here, I feel.
Yeah, speaking of that, how do you think each of these players will play based on these team positions? Any predictions?
Vigi?
It's hard to say. I think, Cheese was saying earlier, he might just end up playing, what was the term he used? A spectator. Yeah, I think it's going to be really hard to say because I think that these teams are going to be playing a much different playstyle than they normally would be. Like, we already saw that with Burial last night. He played a lot more aggressively than normal.
Yeah, no, I was thinking the same. It's sort of a case of Cheese might just play normally unless he gets handed big hands. Like, scores do get carried over into the finals, but they are halved, so any points gained here are only worth half as much for the extra thing. So going for that big win isn't as useful for them. I feel that we'll see a lot of aggressiveness from Chewy and... Is that Chewy?
Yeah, that's Chewy.
Chewy and Slinky. And I don't know, I feel like Cyber might play a bit of a... Not a trickster role, but sort of the one that kind of throws a bit of a wrench in the works.
He's got nothing to lose, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty much. He's already changed his name in Discord to hashtag we decide who finishes fourth.
And yeah, I mean, considering this matchup, that might not be as far off as one might think. But yeah, I mean, big scores aren't impossible. We've had a lot of plus, 70s and stuff in this league. So 2 huge firsts from them means they're not out of this. So, that remains to be seen. How long have we got in this? We're looking at 05. Yep. They're about a minute away. Predictions on how this one's going to turn out from you guys. Veggie, who do you think's coming first?
I wouldn't be surprised to see Chewy get this one. He tends to play. He tends to try and play for first, pretty regularly. Okay. At the same time, Cheese is just, he's a very solid player.
Especially when the stream is on him, it seems. We'll see if that continues to us. Jaffa.
I want to just say Cyber. Want to see their team like leave on a good weekend.
Yep.
Even if they don't make it into finals, like to say they played their best. I think
Yeah.
that's always nice.
Yeah, no, I think that would be good. For me, I see either. I think I'm going to go with Cheese. Just because he's such a solid player. I feel that Slinky and Chewy will be a lot more aggressive, so they're more likely to take hits here and there. So they're more likely to end second and third, or maybe fourth if there's a big hit. And Cyber is just going to come down to whatever hands they get and how they play them. They might come first, but I think my money's on Cheese. So,
yeah.
We'll
Like,
see.
yes, as sort of said, Cyber pretty much has, they've got free reign to do whatever they really feel like in this match. So they could just go for huge hands to disrupt the play, or
I want to see a Yakuman Tenpai at least.
We had that yesterday. I nearly dealt into it, and I still dealt into a Baimon as a result. On Hot Day for no less.
Right,
Anyway, we are in. The Dora is the 2-pin, and 2 of them are in Chewy's hands to start with.
Chewy has a crazy fast hand. You can easily call the East have a Yaku, and easy 3900 there.
Yeah, and he's got used already.
Yep. Pretty easy to go to straight for. Free hands easily within reach already.
Yeah, I don't. For other players, I think Cyber is a bit of an awkward shape with all those pairs and no real good shapes. So I don't think he will be able to match Chewy's speed. He does pick up a very important Dora draw there.
Yeah.
Cheese, it's not too bad. Has some nice shapes, but once again,
you see the shift to Tanyo there, I think.
Yeah.
He decided to pass both salves as they came out.
I mean, they're not worth much to him, and if you can get Tanyo, then that's better. That's an extra Han.
I think Slinky is also transitioning to sort of like a Tanyao hand. Probably needs the pair 2M and pair 2-3 are kind of awkward.
I mean,
maybe he'll pawn those off to complete those shapes.
Yeah, the other option is a 2-3-4 Sanshoku, but it's a bit far away at this point, and he loses his pair in the process.
Yeah.
And already Chewy is Tenpai.
Tenpai, yep.
Straight Mangan, waiting on a 5-8.
Or Mangan.
Mangan already, yeah.
Got an anchor of the Dora.
Yeah, it's Tenpai. We get drawing that third Dora. There are 6 in the wall, so this is a pretty good weight for him at the moment. And pretty much the start they needed. Passes up the chance to go to Toy there.
Toy, yeah.
I mean, do you agree with that, Veggie? Or would you have taken
the pass? I think it's fine to sit on his hand. It's already Mangan.
Yeah, I agree. And the weight, the Tunky weight would just be too rough, I feel.
Yep.
Ooh, Slinky chance.
Up.
He passes that.
Passes it, yeah.
I don't know. I feel like he probably could have dropped the 5-pin there, but
ooh,
he deals in.
Oh yeah.
So we start off with a Mangan.
So Chewy with like the best possible result, a direct hit off Tile Dreaming.
Yep. No, that's just
exactly what he's looking for.
Dream start for Chewy. Because they're currently about 90 points behind Tile Dreaming, so they would like Tile Dreaming to be at least third at their first to overtake them.
Yeah, so Dora is 9-so, which we see one of in Cheese's hand.
Cheese also has an anchor of the Chun.
He does have the anchor of the Chun.
But then you look down at Cyber, he's got a pair of Ton and a pair of his own wind and North, a pair of their own wind. So
yes.
So he will probably take the obvious Honitsu, I suppose.
Yeah, particularly with the Dora there as well. 5-pin here, I'm guessing.
Chewy is Ishanten already.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
And Tenpai.
Waiting on the 3.
Waiting on the 3-man, no Yakuza. Probably too bad a wait.
Yeah, he can afford to wait.
Yeah, it's still early. Ace dealer.
Probably, maybe fishing for the Kitsukan?
Yeah, potentially.
Could be. You also can accept Dora if he draws it as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of upgrades
Yeah.
for him at the moment.
Cheese is ish on 10. Still has a tough. Oh, he cuts the Hanchan, so that was the
Yeah.
rate limiting he's had.
I
To
feel
draw
like
the
the
7.
Nobetan in the 1, 2, 3, 4 mon is probably a decent. He's probably happy with that as a weight.
And he can always pair up the Dora as well with this kind of hand.
Yeah. Ooh.
Slinky is he's behind, and he's gonna have a tough job trying to catch up.
Yeah, I mean,
Probably try to like go for a cheat toys sort of hand.
Yeah,
I think.
then now he has to.
He's Ishan 10 for
it's
it.
Ishan 10 for it, so.
That's his only chance to get out of his hand first, I think.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a pair. I feel like Chewy's gonna. I don't see a point in
Chewy,
keeping the
yeah.
two.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything for him.
Will he just reach you now though? He is dealer.
He is not. It's also worth noting that his weight is currently dead. It's in Cheese and Cyber's hands, and neither of them are going to let that go.
Well.
Oh, Tenpai for Slinky. The one we called
Uh,
the slowest.
Probably a hasty Tenpai. I'm not sure taking the 6p Tunky is exactly what he wants right now.
Yeah, I feel like the 4 might have been slight. Neither of them are great.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, nice.
Speaking of the 6-pin Tunky.
oh.
Chewy breaks.
No, I don't. Chewy wouldn't deal in, I think.
He's not going to play risky, particularly after he's got a lead. Ooh, Cyber gets a
Doesn't can't just yet.
Oh.
Okay.
Tenpai
besides the Ricci, probably because he can maybe see a Suji trap off the 4-pin waiting on the 7-pin.
Yep.
Yeah.
Throws
now we got
Tenpai for Cyber waiting on the 3.
Waiting on that.
Oh, that exactly.
It's Mangan, I believe. Honitsu Dora 1, yeah, Mangan.
Yes,
so...
with the rounding, yes. So Cyber in first place now.
Thanks to those 2 reach sticks from Slinky and Chewy.
And when it rains, it pours. Cyber starts off immediately with 2 of the Dora, the 9. So no Yaku as of yet.
Slinky has a very interesting hand.
Slinky has a very Honitsu hand, I think you mean.
Slinky is only a couple Shanten off 9 gates.
Passes the Chun. Wow. Maybe trying to go for a Menhon, I suppose.
He's going to take the second one, yeah.
Yeah, he has to. And
I feel like early on passing it's fine, but yeah, the second one you have to take in there, unless he goes for Chinitsu, which might be the
Alright, so what is this weight?
It's just the 3, 5, 6, I believe.
Yeah, 5, 3, 5, 6, yeah.
In terms of other hands that can fight it, I don't really see anything. Maybe Cheese. Cheese draws an amazing 8-man.
Okay.
That changes his weight.
That does weaken his weight a bit, but he is last.
He's got 3 in the wall.
He's down to a 3-6 weight now.
This is the 5-man, I think it was.
Yeah, so he lost the 2 in the wall from the 5-man, but the chance the extra drawer, I guess, was too much to pass up.
Yeah, while we were talking, Cyber picks up another Dora, has a Dora Unco now. Still Ishan 10.
He's looking for probably a 5-man here.
5-man would be the best.
Because he wouldn't want to drop much more Manzu into this pond, I don't think.
Yeah, there's not a single Manzu dropped so far. No, there's 2 mon from
Chewy did cut a 2-man, probably thinking he is worth fighting for. Oh, sorry, Cheese, yeah. There is no Manzu overflow from Slinky just yet.
That's quite surprising, actually. I mean, not unheard of, but yeah, it's I think people are just playing defensively at this point.
I think as long as you don't draw a Manzu, you can kind of safely.
Another door for Cyber.
Another door for Cyber. It does make his Ishan slightly wider.
The problem still comes down to the fact that, they're going to have to reach for a Yaku.
I think Chewy is folding with that ace drop.
Yeah. I mean, he has no reason to push against Slinky specifically.
No, I think
That's gonna. Yep.
Yeah, that's gonna deal in.
So that's another Mung. Is that another Mungan? Yeah, that's 3
It's a
Mungans.
Mungan with the 60 fu.
It's Mungan and 3 Mungan and 3 hands. This is.
Yeah, and we're already at E4. It's been what, 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's got another fast hand Slinky does. That's
the 9-so again.
That's Hanchan 10, isn't it?
It's like as soon as you win the Mungan, you get a good hand the next hand. A good starting hand at least.
Yeah.
But none of
so Slinky begins his dealership with Ishan 10.
Ishan 10, yeah.
Not very much value at the moment. Like, you can take Tenpai if he pawns the Chun.
Yeah, he's dealer.
He is dealer, so he'll probably take
does pawn
this.
here.
Yes.
Takes this, yeah.
Waiting on the 4th 7 mon. 4 left in the wall.
Yeah.
Probably not coming out of Cheese's hand.
Cheese's hand, he's probably locked those in now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chewy's is kinda.
I think Chewy's are kind of locked in. Like he's more likely to drop the 5 than the 7.
Yeah, it's true. He's also got 2 Dora, which is nice, but might not come into play here.
Yeah, well,
that's a nice pickup.
Really good 2-man draw for Chewy. Puts him in, I think, still 2 Shanten.
Yep. Ooh.
Okay.
What's he doing here, though? He might drop the 7 here.
Answer, yeah, the
7 or the 3 mon.
3 for now.
3 mon first, but it does make the 7 quite vulnerable.
It does, yeah.
The 7 is. He's now the most likely to deal in at this point. Will he change Tenpai here?
Surely not.
No,
No.
It's one of those ones that you're just like, you could, but it doesn't get you anything.
I think being able to Hanchan taking the Tunky doesn't feel. Trading around and wait for a Tunky wait feels wrong, and you want to keep the.
Yeah. Oh, there it goes.
What?
There he goes. You want to keep the Unco of the North so you can Hanchan it.
He probably wanted to get rid of that 7 now and keep the Haku as a safe tile for later, because a few of them have been out already.
Mm-hmm.
So East 4, 1 repeat. Door is the 4P, of which there is none in people's hands.
Interesting. We do have a red 5 over in Chewy's hand, though. Cyber pairs up their own wind, which is useful. They're actually 2 Shanten, I think. So currently we're looking at Chewy still in first, Cyber's in second, Slinky's in third, only by 1,000, and Cheese is actually at the bottom at the moment on 17,000 points. So not quite, I think, what we were expecting, or at least not what I was expecting.
Cheese doesn't have to worry too much if he places 4th. I think his team's still safely in.
Nah, yeah.
Slinky Ishanten, with a pretty good Ishanten, needs to pair up something or take the Nobutan weight if he plays a Sozo shape. Chewy calls. Getting rid of calls twice.
Yep.
Trying to get rid of his bad shapes for a Tanyao Dora 1.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that call. I'm not sure whether I would have taken it.
You never call those. So.
I mean, okay, that's not wrong, but that's not quite the point.
Chewy probably just wants to shut down.
Yeah, I think that's what it was about in this case.
Yeah, I think that's probably fair. Now,
probably feels like his shapes are good enough because he's got the Kutsuki Tenpai, Ishanten, so he just needs to find something that sticks to either the.
Now we'll Cyber pawn, Cyber
dice. ISO or the. Yep, Saber takes that pawn.
That's a nice.
But a Hanchan weight, which is not great.
Takes a Yonren Ken shape, but he did discard the 8 mon earlier in this 9 mon, so he could free turn if he draws incorrectly.
Yeah.
Cheese's
hand is slow, but I mean it's got nice shapes, but
still 2 Shanten?
Yeah, I think so.
thinking about maybe keeping the 1p for a Hitsukan, so I throw it back. Still Ishanten for Saber, waiting on
Not Saber.
South Dora 1.
Cyber, yeah.
Cyber, yeah.
Oh, Tenpai for Slinky. Waiting on Khan 7?
The 7 Tunky or Hanchan, if you want to think of it that way. I don't know if he realized.
Yeah, he might not have.
I mean, he would have had the option of throwing the 7, but
yeah. So that would have let up. So maybe he thought the 5 8p was just really bad.
Maybe. We do have Tenpai from Chewy, by the way, also waiting on a 7, but also a 4-mon.
Yeah, I think 7 mon is dead, I think.
Yeah, there's one 4-mon left in the wall.
Yeah. There is a chance that Chewy may change his Tunky.
Yeah,
maybe like he draws a Dora.
It's pretty much the only chance for Slinky to get out of his hand.
Tenpai here for Cyber if they take it. They do not.
They choose not to.
Pity, because that's going to line them up for dealing in later if they drop the 7, but also a reminder, since we have a Tamahane, then if a 7 gets dropped, it'll depend on, like, if Cyber drops it, it'll go to Chewy. If Cheese drops it, it'll go to Slinky.
Yes.
Never mind.
Okay.
Takes back Tenpai. I wasn't willing.
The
3p came out from Cheese, yeah.
Yeah.
Dora comes out.
Waiting on a 5-6, so sorry. They've
now rejected the Tenpai.
Yeah. Gone away again.
Probably felt the weight was too bad, maybe.
Well, no, the 6 pin is too dangerous against dealer, I feel.
Yeah, the 6 doesn't look too great to throw at this point, even if the frees have come out.
Ooh, there's a deal in. 2k? Yep, 2k.
2k with sticks and Honda. Does mean Chewy extends his lead?
Slightly, yep. He's 6,300 ahead now.
Yeah, and we move on to South 1. Dora is the north. There is, once again, none in people's hand. Like, no Doras at all in people's hand.
But if we look at Cyber's hand, they've got a closed encore of the Tuso, a pair of South, which is now the Roundwind, and a pair of Haku. So we can easily see a Honitsu, I think, forming here. Especially with that draw.
Oh, that is such a good draw.
Exactly what he's looking for.
Chewy's
hand.
Chewy's got a fun hand. He's got 2 Onkos and a pair. Maybe a bit far from a still Onko, but you know.
Cheese, the 2 Onkos, yeah.
Yeah.
Why did they have to have 3 players starting with C?
I know.
And Slinky's hand, it's it's not the worst.
The worst, it's not the greatest. Pinfu
maybe slightly faster than Chewy's hand. Chewy's got a kind of annoying Hanchan pair.
He did pick up one of the Doras last time, though.
But the Dora is really hard to use.
Yeah, it really is.
He'd been looking to... He'd want to pick up, ideally, another 2 of them.
I mean, even 1 is fine. You can still get Pinfu with that, but...
there's the first... May shift the Chi Toy just to use the Dora.
Yep.
Yeah.
He cuts the Chun.
There's still 2 Haku in the wall. Sorry, go ahead.
Chun was 1 cut already, so I guess that's why he picked that one specifically. Now he's got a choice. He throws the Haku.
Yep. Drops this Chun as well, so that takes Cyber to Ishan 10. But they would end up being on a Tunky weight, assuming they get the South.
Tunky weight's okay because you can easily draw more Sozin.
I mean, I say that and it changes straight away.
Yeah.
The interesting question is that if Chewy drops the 7 so, which I don't think they will, they've drawn another Dora that I think... Never mind.
So Cyber takes Tenpai, and Chewy is at risk. Will he cut Chewy and Cheese? Will they cut their lone
We might see it here. No, they won't. Okay. So
roll here.
Nope.
Yep.
Oh, there we go.
That's gonna suck. Not great for
So
cheese.
Yeah, you can't be happy with that.
Dealer Mangan putting Cyber up into first place, continuing into South 1-1. The door is the Hatsu this time. One of which is in Chewie's hand.
Chewie has one.
And that's it again. Just the one door out for now.
He may cut it soon if he wants to take a quicker Pinfu.
Yeah, Tanya Pinfu is looking quite nice here with those shapes, particularly with that draw as well.
Or
there it goes.
Especially with that draw, yeah, it comes out immediately.
That'll
Or Slinky gets an important 7-pin draw, but his hand is still really slow. He still has one more pen chance.
I mean, you could almost see a Chanta forming in that hand, but
it's a bit far.
It's a bit far. Especially after he's thrown the 9 already, so if he draws the 8, he can't really... it'd be difficult to get back into that 9.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, further on the fight, there's 3 9-mon in the pond already. He does get the 8.
Yeah.
I think he'll just try to...
He'll consider it, I think, and then probably abandon it very shortly.
And Chewie reaches, waiting on the 4, 6, 7p. Not Pinfu because he has the Unco of the...
Yeah, there are 4 left in the wall.
But he is Tanya Ricci.
With quite a wide weight, so he's quite likely hoping to Tumo this as well.
And yeah, unfortunately, like you said, there is, for such a wide rate, there is only 4
and a lot of them, if they get picked up by other players, probably just stay in their hands.
Yeah.
So 6p is...
Never mind.
Never mind.
He does draw it anyway. Reach, Tsumo, Tanyao, Anidora. No Uda. So he does take back first place. He does take back first place with that, and takes dealership. We start on South 2. The door is the 1 pin, and Chi starts with an Anko of the Hatsu.
And the Anko of the 9-so.
Anko of the 9-so, yeah. So, I mean...
He's moving right towards Sonitsu with his hand.
Yeah, I feel like it.
Yeah, he sees the expensive hand rather than the cheap.
He needs the points.
1600. Could have can't. Chose not to. Probably the correct decision.
We've had a couple diamond cons turned down in this match so far.
I mean, I feel like there's very few cases that you take a diamond con.
I'm disappointed.
Especially a non-Dora diamond con.
Yep.
But being in Cheese's point situation is one of the places you do see it more often, so...
Yeah, I wouldn't have been surprised to see it, but I definitely understand skipping it also.
Yeah, I feel like a bit rough to take it.
Chewie pairs up the east, which is his wind. Interesting if he will call it just to take a fast hand and get a wrench hand. Cyber has a pretty good looking hand, but he does require either... He could take the sort of lower Sozu shape as either his pair or try to keep it as a sort of Ipeiko shape. I'm holding on to the north just for safety, I suppose. Okay, so he decides not to keep the Ipeiko shape. Cheese is moving along to his on it too. I think still round.
Yes, still. And Chewie's picked himself up a Sun Manchan.
Probably too many blocks, I think. So he'll have to cut one. I think he'll probably cut the east.
We do have Cyber in Ishan 10 as well. Potentially for a Pinfu, but they have to draw the 5-mon for that.
Slinky is still 2 Shan 10. Does find a pair.
It'll be interesting to see. Yeah, he decides to cut the Penchan.
Yeah. He's got a door. He wants a decent weight. Oh, speaking of cutting Penchans, Cyber aiming for a potential Ipeiko.
Yeah. Yep. Doesn't want to get stuck with the 5-mon weight.
Yeah, and I think that's fair.
But he must see that Sozu were looking pretty expensive.
It might also be why he doesn't want to throw it, or why Cyber doesn't want to throw it. They don't want to have to. They don't want to have to throw it, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, last thing you want to do is to prop
cheese
up
back,
cheese. Yeah, as soon as cheese gets
back his
momentum,
points.
who knows when it's going to end.
There is not quite any Sozu overflow yet. He has started throwing out some honors.
Cheese just can't make it to Tempai at the moment, which is probably quite frustrating.
Chewy did call, probably just trying to get his speed up, but does put him in a sort of awkward double Atadzuke kind of.
Yeah, it's not
Hang.
ideal.
Yeah,
He's
Probably
probably
just going
just
to
hoping
K10
for
at this point,
K10.
actually.
Yeah.
I mean, he called about 5 or 6 draws ago, so.
But probably just thinking that his hand was just not quite enough.
I mean, that's a nice upgrade, but yeah, it doesn't help.
Yeah, it doesn't do him any good. He
also,
doesn't want to cut it.
Also doesn't want to feed Sozu into cheese.
Yeah, not at this point. He's got one more draw each after this for everyone.
I think he will cut the Tuso if he gets into Tempai though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Slinky's folded. This late, he can't.
Speaking of it,
he will, right?
I think you do have to, yeah.
He does.
And we get a straight Chi from Cheese. He's waiting on the 4, so Cheese can't deal.
Picking his weight.
He might just cut a 9-so.
Drop a Hatsu.
9-so?
Oh, wait, 9-so's not Doro, so Hatsu
because
over
the Hatsu, it's safer, yeah.
Speaking of
safe, but this isn't Tempai for Cyber though.
No, it's not.
No, but it's the 4-so is the weight for both Chewy, but yeah, that's not going to come out.
Yeah.
That would have gone to Chewy if Cyber had dropped the 4-so. So.
Yeah.
Poor Cheese.
Doesn't happen. We move on. We stay in South 2-1. Dora is the 3-pin. Cheese has 1 again. Yeah,
Cyber starts with, I think, 1, 2, 8 types.
I think. Yeah, 8 types.
There is no Kyushu Kyuhai, so we may see a Kokushi attempt.
We may.
Or at least a Honitsu. Oh,
okay. You'll think about it.
You'll think about it,
yeah. That's a Kokushi. If you were going for Honitsu, you'd cut them.
Oh, yeah, no, I agree that they're going for either Kokushi or just a random hand. They're not going to go for Honitsu with that discard.
Chi's making a quick call. Probably going Honitsu, right?
He's the 1-so. Okay.
It means he will get rid of the Dora. Oh, no.
Cyber's up to 10.
Fire on the 1-pin.
That sucks. But he's still got the Honitsu. And technically the Honitsu is worth more than the Dora.
Yeah, he has to cut it now. Yeah. Slinky can call this, and he does. Go for Tiny Eldora 1. 2 Shanten, I think? Yeah, still 2 Shanten.
There's still a 1-pin. There's still most of Cyber's needs in the wall.
Tempai for Cheese, waiting on the Tunky self.
There's just 1 left in the wall.
One left in the wall. Probably not coming out of Cyber's anytime soon. Cheese could probably.
It might come out of Cyber's. Cyber's got their pair. They've got a South, so they don't need it.
Yeah, if they sense a Tempai, they might start throwing honors, and you could see the South come.
Chewy's probably a bit too far behind, I think.
Yeah, like he needs the Haku, and even then he's just too far away. But if Cyber gets a Tempai for a Chi toy, or just getting closer here.
No, you don't pawn this, right?
No, God no.
Two Haku, 1.
There is 1-pin left.
Yeah.
That. Slinky Tempai waiting on the smart and immediately
controls it.
Out.
Yep, Slinky playing spoiler.
Rips it out for Tanya Doratu. Ends Chewy's dealership, which is the important thing.
Yes, for Slinky. Doesn't want either of these players getting too far ahead.
Yeah, no, Slinky's going to try and catch up, I feel. Chewy's wants to finish this at this point now.
So Dora is a 2, so 1 in 3 people's hands. Cyber maybe posturing for a Honitsu, so he may cut that.
Yeah.
Soon.
Could go Honitsu Chanta here.
Honitsu Chanta, yeah.
Bit of a far away for that, but not impossible.
I think it's you just pawn the north.
Yeah.
Fill out your upper
No, not with that draw.
Hindu shape.
Not with that draw, no.
Throws the Hatsu.
Not the Dora. That's interesting.
Right.
That may cause trouble for him later if it
Yeah.
if he holds onto it for too long.
I mean, they can still use it. It just means that it's worth less than the Honitsu would be.
Tempai for Slinky does need to cut the Dora for it. Decides not to. Reject the Tempai. Wants
that Dora,
to use that Dora.
Yeah, the Aka.
Yeah, he needs the points.
He can get a nicer shape regardless if he throws the Sozu out.
Speaking, is he going to take Tempai? He does take Tempai. What's his
Tempai? Waiting on the... chooses not to wait on the almighty Sanso.
We'll see if that works out for them. I feel it's actually an odd choice considering Solzu have come out in general and they've got one of the 4 pins, so they're waiting on 2 and they know that. I mean, then that happens and they can... Wait, what?
No, he can't, because that's a furry template if he keeps that 4 pin.
Yeah, that's
true, right, of course it is. Yeah.
But he can take the white upgrade there for the 3-sided weight.
That'll do it, yeah.
Unless he is worried about...
Unless he's worried about the Honitsu, but he decides to risk it.
He sees where the Yucca red is, so...
Will he throw it again?
Unless he has like another of...
He would have...
he would have summoned that if he kept it, which is frustrating.
All the draws changed, so...
Yeah. That's true, actually.
Senpai for Chewy, waiting on the Tuso.
The Tuso, Dora wait.
Yeah. Hakudora 2. Vulnerable for cheeses.
Vulnerable from anyone who draws it.
That's true, actually.
Ooh, Cyber deals in.
I think that'll come out, yeah. Hatsu Dora 1.
Yeah. Getting Slinky closer to that second place spot.
And taking
South 4.
Yeah.
Slinky can just keep dealer Renchanning until he is happy, I suppose, or someone else wins. Yeah. I think Chewy will probably try to wash the hand as fast as possible because Tile Dreaming being in 3rd and him being in 1st is probably like the best case scenario at this point.
Pretty unlikely for Tile Dreaming to drop to 4th from here.
Well, Cheese is probably looks like a Chanta-like hand. I don't know if that's enough to change any of the placements, even with a direct hit. What does Cheese need to get into 3rd?
Oof.
Yeah. Direct Hanemon?
23k. Direct Hanemon won't be enough. Wait, no, sorry. Direct Hanemon will be enough.
Just enough. I think a Baimon Sumo is also 16k because Slinky is
because he's Dora Kabudi. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe you may even just push Honitsu might be a bit far now. Probably just a change there. Oh. And speak of the devil, he's Tempai for a Chanta Chun. Richi Chanta Chun. That's a Mungan. Hoping for Urasan, I suppose.
Urasan will go a long way. I don't think it's enough, though.
If he sumos it, I think it will be a Baimon, right?
Cheated the Chanta. Yeah, it would be. No. Yeah? No. Chanta Slinky
posturing towards a Honitsu. Does 2 and 3 pin are Suji, so he may be okay with cutting those. Cyber with a Tanyao, possibly Sanshoku, 3, 6,
Yeah, Sanshoku's
so
on
5,
the
6,
cards.
7. Isham 10. And Chewy, I think Chewy's folding.
Yeah, Chewy can't win this hand from this spot, so he just has to hope that one of the opponents deals in, or cheese sumos probably.
Yeah, he's not in a position to feed Cheese a win, because he could
No,
possibly
either.
lose his first position for it.
Yeah, he just has to fold carefully. Can't do any shenanigans to influence the outcome of this hand.
Okay, Cyber Pond to take Tenpai, waiting on the 2-5 pin for just Tanyao Dora 2. It's not enough to come first, I think, unless Chewy deals in directly, right?
Yeah, that's correct. I believe it's just short.
He needs 4,700. No, then that's enough because of the Richie stick.
Oh yes, because of the Richie stick. Yep, that's it.
There's only 1 2-pin. No, only 1 5-pin left.
And still 3 7s.
And never mind.
That's it.
Sumo
He has to take it.
Well,
No.
chooses not to. Let's just maybe not deciding not to end the game, I guess. Unless he miscalculated.
Cheese sumos instead.
Cheese Sumos needs an Urasan.
Gets 1.
Ura1. Not quite enough.
One.
Heading to Hanchan with Chewy place. Should we get him in for an interview?
I'm trying to see if he's playing. He's not. It was Chewy, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Chewy came first. Chewy first with plus 54. I mean, it's on the screen, but
Yeah, I just need to get the logs.
Good result for him. That's what.
Great result for his team.
It's how much of a swing is that? It's like a 70, 73-point swing.
Yeah.
Hello,
no,
Chewy.
Interesting. Hello, Chewy. Sorry, just waiting for the logs so we can take a look at it. Also, congratulations on your win. You've got to be happy with that, considering you guys needed the few wins.
Yeah, this is my first interview this season as well.
Oh wow!
I've got to review
Really?
first, but I haven't. Yeah, they weren't casted games, so.
Right.
Is there anything you wanted to look at?
Oh, I was just gonna comment. I played very differently to how I normally played this game.
I did notice it. I feel like you called a bit more than usual.
I called I specifically targeted I think it was Slinky's dealer. I think I had a 4-7 man Nobetan win.
Yes.
Yep.
And normally I wouldn't call from this position, but because I have to target, I can't let Slinky get a high position. Even if I get first, him getting second is not good.
Yes.
So
yeah,
if I have a good
him to take a hit.
good half decent weight, then I will just fight him.
Yep.
So I think it was, who was it? Because he was also waiting on a 7-man. I don't know if you realized.
I don't know, but he's from his discards, I suspected he could be waiting for 7-man.
Yeah, that's.
But
that was the same. That was the same hand, wasn't it? Sorry.
Yeah, the same hand we're talking about.
Yeah,
Same hand. Yeah.
We weren't sure. If you drew the Dora, if you would switch and maybe deal in.
Where?
Sorry, I got the wrong hand. Wrong one.
Yeah.
Yeah, from here, if you're wondering if you If you drew Dora, would you wanted to swap to a Dora Tonki or not? In which case,
if I drew Dora, I would just drop 6 mana, I think. At this point.
Okay, yeah,
you'd fold out of Tempai there.
Yeah, like at this point, I would just drop 6 mana. But earlier, I'm not sure because I only have 1 Genbutsu. But if it's this late, 1 Genbutsu should be enough.
Yeah.
But I also have 5 mana Nakatsuji as well. But that might also be dangerous to my Kamicha. So unsure about that. But I definitely wouldn't drop Dora if I drew it. But I don't think I would drop 4/7 mine because 4/7 mine looks dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other hands we want to take a quick look at? I'm trying to figure out what we've got in the way of.
Maybe the hand where I melded South 3 as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, South 2.
Was that just a Cajun push? That was during the dealership, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this one.
Because we were wondering whether you would push the Tuso against Cheese's Honitsu.
I mean, he hadn't overflown yet, so I was
yeah.
Sorry, I got it.
He was dropping honors at that point, so
yeah.
Yeah.
So I have to. The gap is too small, and I have to push to get as many raw points as possible.
I think it's this call
from here.
Yeah. I think the question.
So normally I wouldn't call like this, but this point situation is too tight, and I think I need to get as many raw points as possible.
My question to that is why
was
the
that just a
5
Kaiten push?
Why 5 mon?
Why not the ton here?
Oh, I'll just hold ton because it's 2 cuts, so it should be safe.
Safer, keeping a safe tile. Yep.
Yeah, there's no point of me holding 5 mon because I don't really think I will replace the other 2 blocks. I don't plan on cutting the Sorzu block, and the Pinzu block should be fine as well. It shouldn't be too bad because Chi shouldn't be holding Pinzu, and I don't want to cut Sorzu, so cutting Manzu is fine.
Yeah, you wouldn't go back and shunt him.
Yeah.
Was like calling this early for, I guess, a double at Atsuke? Was that just for Kaiten, or were you aiming for Tanyao?
I mean, the 4 souls, I'm not sure if I'm going to get it, but I feel like I can get the 4 pin just because Cheese isn't holding Pinzu. So the Hanchan 4 pin is not too bad.
Okay. Because I think you still had however many draws left, like 7 draws?
Yeah. We can quickly talk about the South 3 as well.
Yep.
So
what are we about? What did we get to?
So maybe it's the next South 3, I'm not sure. Is it?
Yeah, it was only one.
It's the one where Cheese melds. Maybe it's. Is there a next South 3?
No.
Cheese melds 2 of my Sorzu drops. Maybe it's this one. Maybe it's South 2 Homba.
Yeah, South 2 Homba is more likely, I think.
Yeah,
here, yeah. So we can go back a bit. So yeah, about here, go forward a little bit. So when I see that Toyman Slinky melds the 2, 3, 4 pin, I feel like I have, even with the Cheese on 2 melds here, I feel like I have to drop some sources to help Cheese fight Slinky, just because I don't feel like I'll be able to win this hand necessarily. So I dropped the 1 soul here. So
like if Cheese wins Sumos or Manga, you're still paying the oil recovery for that.
I think that's fine, but with 2 people fighting that, like, it's very likely that they'll just hit each other, right? So I want to help Cheese Tenpai so that he can beat Slinky up, because I would much rather Cheese come third than Slinky come third.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I'd like to have Slinky come fourth.
You don't care what Cheese comes, you just care if Slinky comes last, really.
Yeah, so I'd like to help Cheese, and it looks like, well, from his discards, he wouldn't be Tenpai when I drop the 1 soul, so I'll just feed it to him.
Yep, no, that makes sense.
Okay, and I assume after
and it's the same with South 4 when
right.
When he reaches as well, but
So he reaches.
I actually thought he was going Kokushi, and it would be very bad for me because I couldn't really feed into him if he's going Kokushi.
Oh, he reached quite
But-
early, didn't he? Sorry.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
like,
want
but-
to you want to take first as well. Anyway.
Yeah, I want to
think
take first,
Peter
but
Ricci
this
anyway.
hand isn't
This
that
hand
fast.
is not good. No, yeah.
It's not that
Yeah.
fast. So when I saw Cheese drop the 4 soul, I thought it would be really like from his first 2 discards, I was like, okay, I can just feed him all the Soulsu and just let him chi them for Honitsu. But then I saw him drop the 4 soul Thora indicator, which means he's not Honitsu or Chinitsu. So then I'm like, it's really bad because he's going Kokushi and I can't assist him. But then he recheat and everything was
Well,
fine.
I mean, for Cheese, right, he needs a Baimon Sumo. Or a direct one.
I don't really care. Like, I don't think Cheese can get first, basically. Without
the question is whether you think Cheese will take anything you discard.
Yeah, I just want Cheese to win from this
But you
position.
don't want to feed him.
Like
yourself.
if he can fight for me, that's better because if he's at risk of dealing in, I won't be at risk of dealing in if he's the one fighting, but he can also finish it for me as well.
Yeah.
But I just don't think Cheese would call.
Well, I don't know what hand he has, obviously, but
Yeah.
if say he had a Chinitsu, like Sozu, from his first discard, it could be a Sozu Chinitsu, right? Then I'll just feed him all the Sozu.
Yeah, fair enough. Give him the Uka Red 5, yeah.
Yeah.
Uka 5.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay then. Well,
Right.
congratulations on your win. You've got who's playing for you guys next? It's last ESP. It looks like it's ESP.
Yeah, ESP. Yep.
We'll take a quick look at the standings. So at the end of that,
Has the other game finished yet?
Yeah.
The other game is.
Both games are finished. So Chewy, that puts you guys 5 points out of the top 4. What are your thoughts? Is ESP going to be able to pull you guys over, or because you're up against who are you up against? Powerpuff Boys
PP.
and Tanya Sensation and Cheese again.
Yeah.
So
I'm
what are
not
your
sure.
thoughts?
That's hard to say.
Yeah.
It's very hard to say. But with such a close point gap, I think we don't even need to get first. It just needs to be a point difference. Yeah, place above.
That being said,
So
if Dark Flame Curse Totoro does really well as well, they could actually, because they're not very that far behind you, so if they take a big first,
true.
Yeah, that's also
they could also sneak into 4.
But then if they do that, then Tile Dream will take a hit. So, well, I mean, Tile Dream could come second, but if it's big enough first from Dark Flame, then Tile Dream could probably still take a negative.
Yeah.
It's very close.
Yeah. Okay, then we'll take a few minutes breaks. Thank you, Chewy. Congratulations and good luck to your team in the next Hanchan. We have the next game starting, I believe, in
be about 10 minutes from now.
Yeah, about 10 minutes or so. So we might take a short break and come back in about 10 minutes. Oh, maybe about 5 minutes, just so we have a bit more of a lead-in time, and we'll look at some of the games going in. So, okay, we'll see you all in about 5 minutes. So, that one. Okay, we are back for the second Hanchan. For those of you who have stuck through it, thank you. We have got one more Hanchan remaining in this top 8 for the Australian Reach Mahjong Association's Team League for 2021. The rule recap is on the screen if you're just joining us. Akaari, Topinashi, Head Bump, Kiriagi Mangan, no abortive draws, and a 30-10 Uma. So we come into.
Shall we look at the standings?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I was going to do. We come into a very interesting point here. So as we saw briefly at the end of the last Hanchan, we have that's not quite lined up. We have a huge battle for the bottom two, this third and fourth place. There's 40, not even 40 points separating sixth and third place.
Everything to play for these 4 teams, yeah.
Yeah, everything to play for. Worth noting they're split up over the 2 tables. So we have we got Tile Dream and Dark Flame Curse Totoro on one of them, and Powerpuff Boys and AUNSW on the other. So Dark Flame Curse Totoro won't know exactly what they need to get into first. They just know they need to beat Tile Dreaming down and hope that Powerpuff Boys and AUNSW Wanderers don't go 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
AUNSW Wanderers and Powerpuff Boys will just duke it out. Whoever comes on top will make it in, basically. They're basically playing for first. Well, I mean, they're all playing for first, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Dark Flame Curse Totoro has the added condition of probably wanting to aim for Tile Dreaming in the process.
Interesting thing, yeah.
Yep, go on.
Because, I mean, I think as long as... If they come first, as long as they just need the other person to, like... I think... Because for AUNSW Wanderers and Dark Flame Curse Totoro, I think... Is the first just enough? Do they need any other conditions to
Dark
get
Flame
into the
Curse
top
Totoro,
4?
not necessarily. Because if Powerpuff Boys and AUNSW Wanderers get first and second, then it's going to depend on the second place's position. Because
if they get a very strong second,
yeah,
it'd be enough to get them over. If it's just like your average first place,
yeah, because there's already a 20-point there.
Before AUNSW Wanderers, a first is enough.
You'd assume so, because you're over Powerpuff Boys. It's a case of Dark Flame Curse Totoro. If they get a first, they're probably fine. But, those extra 20 points between them and AUNSW Wanderers is noteworthy. It's unlikely, especially with the Oka, the extra 20 points for coming first, that they wouldn't make it. But, yeah, they have to worry a bit more than, AUNSW Wanderers, who are only 13 points behind third and only 5 points behind fourth.
So essentially, for Tile Dreaming and Powerpuff Boys, a first will guarantee pretty much exclusively that they're in. For fifth and sixth, a first is
requirement.
Pretty much a requirement, and then they also need to have results sort of fall their way.
Yeah, but with the games that are out, they can control some of the results a little bit. But Tile Dreaming and Powerpuff Boys might be fine with the second, but AUSW Wanderers and Dark Flame Curse Totoro will need that first. Having said that, Powerpuff Boys second doesn't work as well if AUNSW Wanderers is first. That's the one caveat.
No, they will. Yeah, they will overtake. Yeah.
Yeah. So they need second with AUNSW Wanderers below them. But yeah. Anyways.
Well, they need Tile Dreaming and Dark Curse Totoro to take a big hit.
But they have no control over that one. So looking at the games, who we want to follow? Like, we've got Cheese, PP, ESP, and Cyber. Again, over in Hanchan 1, we've got J-Cakes, Gwills, AKTK, and Avi4 in Table 2. Now, we were talking briefly during the break. I think we were wanting Table 2 mostly because we saw Cheese and Cyber last time.
Yeah.
So we were thinking of going to Hanchan 2. Are we still good with that?
Yeah, both of these Hanchans are exciting to watch, I think.
Yeah, because it's going to be crazy either way. So we might as well go with that one and see a few different people on stream. So we will go with that. That said, the game's starting actually about now.
Yep. Any second now.
So Avi for Jankanron is in the east seat, Gwils is in the south, J-Cakes for Atosuki is in west, and AKTK for Dark Flame Curse Totoro is in north. Gwils obviously representing Tile Dreaming. Also, for full exposure, obviously J-Cakes is the other member of Atosuki, so we will do our best to not be biased during this game.
We will grill him as much as the others.
Exactly.
If he makes any obvious mistakes, which I'm sure he will.
East 1, Forso, Dora, 2 of which are in J-Cakes' hand. Let's see.
No one's hands are particularly quick here. Avi's got a whole bunch of dragons with the option to easily pawn a Hatsu if it comes out. But no one is particularly great for a starting hand.
Wills has some nice roundman shape, so he
Yeah,
can easily transition. And he fills one out to like a
one out there.
Richie
Yeah.
Pinfu. Maybe with Adora, not the most expensive hand, but he does, as long as he doesn't come like take a big negative. Team should be okay.
Yeah.
So he would be okay with just stopping anyone from getting a big lead, especially AKTK.
Yeah. Do you think
Avi will call
if it comes?
Probably, because his hand isn't expensive overweight, and it's really slow if he doesn't call the Hatsu.
Yeah.
Maybe if he forms a roundman around like the Chuso, he might cut it for a pin through, but no,
he takes it. That's very understandable.
He gets a Hanchan as well. If he wins even small,
I think that's the main thing. But with the Hanchan, it's much more likely to take the cheaper hand quickly than try and upgrade it. He does need a.
J-Cakes is maybe moving towards like a Tanyao hand. So
yeah. You could even call like the 7-so if it comes out.
I think you might call the upper Sozu.
Yeah. But I mean, the main issue with the other ones is obviously the 9-so issue.
Yeah.
Calling the 7-so will sort of cement that Tanya. We can pair up something around the 6 pin.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, and or even if he draws like a 3 pin. I mean, obviously you run into the same problem there, but there's plenty of floating tiles to deal with.
AKTKs might be looking towards Chitoitsu.
For 4 pairs, yes, potentially. Though the pairs are kind of connected to other things, like you got the 335 mon and the 688 so.
Yeah. He's got a bit of choice of depending on what he draws.
Yeah, it's not necessarily a 100% Chitoi hand, particularly with that Anko of the 4 pin. I think he's more likely just to go for Tanya or calling here.
Call here could be
definitely
something. No,
probably doesn't want to take the Atatsuke.
And
also lose, I guess, some of the defense against J-Cakes.
Yeah.
Poor Avi has backfire on breaking the 6-8 pin shape by drawing that 7 pin, unfortunately.
But it's
still Ishan 10
and gets a Dora.
It's up a Dora.
I think he has to cut it, right? Yeah. Jay pawns it, of course.
Yeah.
Ishan 10, Kutsuki. Just waiting to connect up those floating tiles. AKTK hasn't advanced his hand.
Yeah, he's just drawing terminals and honors.
And now he sees that Jay has done a Dora pawn, so it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
If he still keeps
there,
pushing.
But I think we run into the same issue as we were saying before. That does get him to Ishan 10, and he does drop the 8 there.
Another.
It did come out earlier.
Yeah, it did, and it's just passed.
Yeah. So safe up.
Avi is maybe folding with that 7.
Nope.
Reach from Will.
Yeah, Avi. Yes.
Oh, unfortunately.
Like, understandable from J-Cakes,
exactly the thing that will make him deal in.
Yeah.
For a manga, Richi, Ipatsu, Pinfudora.
for Uda, I think it was. Was it Uda?
Yeah.
Either way, it's a Mungan hit. So we start this Hanchan off also with a Mungan. An unfortunate one for J-Cakes, but considering his hand, like, that just happens.
Probably more unfortunate for AKT. It makes it harder for his team to
exactly.
get into top 4 if Wills comes first.
Yep.
Yeah. ATKT is looking almost exclusively for a win here. In fact, he needs to win the hand. So a Mungan on Tile Dreaming is exactly what he did not want to have happen.
No.
But this hand he's got is not looking too bad at all. He's got a Dora, pretty good shapes.
Speaking of Dora, Jay's got another 2 in his hand, and we see a red pin over in Gwills' hand. So everyone's hankering to use a Dora this time, or is able to. I think is probably a better way of putting that.
Yeah. But Will is 2 Shanten for a Cheetoy. Do you think he'll take that route or just shift to a normal Mensu hand?
I mean, it's a bit rough. Like he's trying to keep it open, or else he would have kept. Oh no, South would have been
You can also shift to a Cheetoy Tanyao here, Dora.
Yeah. Will AKTK call this for an open Tanyao? He does not.
He probably sees a much more expensive hand with the Menton pin.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to cheapen it too early just to get that speed.
Doesn't do a lot for him.
No, it
doesn't help. Yeah.
Avi's hand is got a couple penchants to fill.
He can get rid of one because I think he's one shaper.
Yeah, he's got one shape extra.
Yeah, he is one Tatsu over.
Probably the 1/3 mon unless he fills that out.
J-Cakes calls is a choice of which group to break. He does break the Kanchan, despite the fact there's not much in his Sozu out at the moment. But he is Ishan 10 for Hakudora 2. He is Tenpai for Hakudora 2.
Draws exactly what he needs. Tenpai for 3,900. Waiting on the 5/8 mon. How many in the wall?
3 on the wall. Sorry, not 2.
3 in the wall.
Yep.
I think vulnerable to a lot of people. I think, except for maybe Gwills, I think they will drop his weight.
Gwills might if he draws the 7 mon. The others, he draws the 5 instead. Gwills might be fine.
Could choose to cut the 8s over the 2s or something weird like that. Yeah. So Gwills is probably completely fine now.
It does mean we're down to 1 left in the wall. Sorry, 2 left in the wall.
AKTK still Ishan 10 for only Tanya Dora 1.
Ishan 10 for Avi 4 for Tanya Dora 1. Dora 2 actually, because he'll need the 7 pin. AK does
choose to call.
Waiting on
calls for cheese for Tenpai, waiting on the 6 pin. One left in the wall.
Gwills is drawing a Dora, which doesn't shut down his hand, but
makes it a lot more difficult. Yeah.
Also waiting on the 6 pin.
Yes.
To complete that
throws
hand.
the 8 in. J-Cakes gets some points straight back.
Probably decided that the 8p was too dangerous.
Yeah.
I can't see if there was any obvious danger. It was safe against AKTK, at least.
It might be. He was more worried about at that point.
So Jay getting some of his points back. Dora is the 8 mon, of which there are none in people's hands.
Yeah.
But 2 red 5 in Avi's.
Avi starts with 2 Dora.
Always...
Maybe he has a 1, 2, 3 Sanshoku.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he has a lot of awkward shapes that he has to either get rid of or fill out. She tells exactly then.
I mean, Jay is 4 pairs? So potential cheat toy, but
It's not really what he wants to be aiming for in his dealer.
yeah.
Yeah. And AKTK looking like a Honetsu, yeah. Commits to that by keeping all those honors.
Quills could look towards a Chanta also, but not
Nice
that.
draw for Jay there, filling in that Hanchan. Just to figure out what to cut here. Cuts the one. Actually, that makes sense. If he draws the 5-mon, he can still have an Ipeco from there.
Yes.
Yeah. Probably keeping the West Fist for safety, I suppose.
Yeah. I'm not sure how safe it actually is in practice, but...
I mean, there are none out currently, but you can
Yeah.
usually expect it to be somewhat safe.
Yeah. It's only usable by one person, dangerous. Oh, draws the closed uncle of the 4-mon.
Once again.
Ishan 10 now. Not the best Ishan 10. Only like 8 tiles, I think.
Draws a Dora.
Draws a Dora to make it a bit wider.
Yeah, you can.
Does mean he's looking for the 7-mon to
Yeah.
Oh, AKTK draws a Dora, and rather than cut it early in case it becomes dangerous later, decides to keep it.
Seeing some safe play there. Draws another Solzu though, so will he commit to the Honitsu?
Is he worried about feeding the Dora to someone?
Yeah, I think he's worried that someone's just going to pawn the door off. Haven't seen any come out yet, so people are holding on to him.
Yeah. Well, you say that, but only one person is.
Yeah.
It does mean he can't advance his hand.
Yeah, it
unless
is
he gets
down.
really.
Yeah.
Or you can draw that, but he loses the Honitsu.
Loses the Honitsu.
He loses the Honitsu, and the weight is off.
He might choose at this point that it might just be safer to do so. Last thing he wants to be doing is dealing in and putting himself into a hole.
Yeah.
But that 1/7 so off, gone.
3-pin for Quill gets him to not Tempai, Ishan 10.
Ishan 10. Backfire on the Hatsu, I suppose. Oh, that's Tempai for Quills. Will he take it? Not the best. It's not the best with no value.
Goes for the Shabo.
But it does put pressure on the other players.
Yeah. Like that 3-pin from Jay is going to be a bit dangerous. Yeah, he cuts the 7 there.
Yeah. Chooses to fold instead.
AKTK is disconnected at the moment. But Quills gets
Oh no.
Hopefully he gets back before causing issues.
Was that a Patsu? It was.
Yeah, it was.
Richie
Patsu only.
T6. AKTK does seem to be back pretty quickly, which is good.
Yeah.
And we go into East 4. The door is the 7-mon. We see one in everyone except the dealer's hand, AKTK.
AKTK's hand looks quite unfortunate at the moment.
Yeah.
No good shapes, full of otters.
Yeah, it's not what he wants to be picking up at this point, especially on his first dealer.
He's got his work cut out for him.
Avi's
Jay
hand...
Jay? Sorry, yeah, go on.
So Avi's hand looks pretty... So it's not too bad right now. He's got a completed shape, he's got a pair, he's got a Ryanman. But yeah, Jay's hand also looks very nice.
Worth noting that Avi has a chance at 7-8-9 Sanchoku as well with that draw.
Yeah.
And will he call the 8-pin if it comes out?
Probably not, unless they draw one of the 9s first, because that can happen.
Yeah, no. I think you can switch just to Richie Pin.
Yeah.
Richie Pin is fine, yeah.
This is a pretty much perfect Ishan 10 at this point.
Yeah. Jay's... You could look towards Son Uncle line.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like for Son Uncle you want at least another set of another pair in there, because to get Son Uncle he needs another pair on top of that. So we might just. It is Ishan 10 though.
It is.
He does choose to keep the Dora over the wider Ishan 10. Cutting it now to waiting on the 5-8 pin for the Richinomi.
Richinomi. Blast from the past. AKTK
Folding.
there we go, straight into another Ricci. That is also that's Ricci Dora 1 for Avi.
6-9 weights.
Wasn't able to draw the pin through, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Would have if he had
waited
Ricci
just
right
a little bit
then.
more.
Well,
He
so
probably
you
didn't
take
want
a
to be.
Ricci pin. You take a Ricci Dora. Good
You
weight.
did take a Ricci Dora for
Ooh,
sure.
he does
And
deal
Oh,
into Jay.
unfortunately.
Does he get the Ura? Reach 1 Ura for
1
3,200. Putting him up into second place.
Just like that, we're in South round already.
Jeez, already.
Yeah.
Dora is the Haku, of which J-Cakes has 1. And there's a pretty fast hand for Gwills here.
Will we call Ishanten? No, still 2 Shanten, I think. Doesn't have a head.
No head currently, so he does need to look into picking up something for that. There he goes. If he chooses to, he'd be cutting the Rihanman, which kind of feels bad. But
yeah, does he stay head? He chooses to. Kind of the middle ground.
That's fine. Yeah. Avi also has not a slow hand. He's got
Tenpai for Gwills chooses, takes it, waiting on the Forso. Of which there's only 1 left in the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
1 left. So,
probably not coming out of J's or maybe AKTK will cut it.
Yeah, if AKTK picks up some more Pinzu, it's a possibility. Not now.
Well, you could still draw it.
On a Ricci Dora 2 for AKTK.
7. There is only 1 7 left in the wall, though. It's unlikely we'll see Jay dealing in those 4 pin, and that 4 pin's definitely not coming out of Avi's hand.
That's a Ricci Ipeco.
Ricci Ipeco.
That's Ipeco, yep.
3 still left in the wall, so
that's quite a dangerous weight.
Yeah.
No, not dangerous.
Gwills folds, I think, against
against the double Ricci
at this
here.
point. You don't want to push against dealer as well.
3 mon isn't exactly safe. Maybe he feels that the
it was safe versus dealer.
Safe against dealer. Yeah.
It might have been the turn of the reach. I'm not sure. Ooh, we got a Khan from AK.
Another Haku next to 7. Ooh.
But Avi does deal into it. Does he get any extra Uda? He does not. There's a 3rd Chun there.
But he doesn't need it because that 9p Unco. Hanchan, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's a very important win for AKTK.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Puts him over Gwills. I think.
Yeah, he's currently in first right now, which is exactly where he wants to be.
Probably will still try to win more points in case on the other table.
The bigger win for him, the better.
Or he can knock Gwills down a lot. That is also an option, I think.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Even if Gwills gets a 4th here, if the other table, if 5th and 6th go, 3rd and 4th, 4th and 5th, sorry. If they go 1st and 2nd, if AKTK doesn't win by enough, then it could be not enough, unfortunately. But he's Ishanten.
Ishanten currently only west, probably hoping to pawn the south, which might come from J-Cakes anytime soon.
I mean, even not.
There we go. Takes Tenpai, waiting on the 4/7 line.
4 of which are in the wall.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Tenpai?
Avi gets an Unco of the Haku. Not quite Tenpai yet. Ishanten.
Ishanten for Sun Unco.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah. Maybe.
They could go for Honitsu line, but I mean...
Yeah, no, if they draw the 1 or the 4, then it won't be. But if they draw the 3 pin or the 6 so, then yes, it will be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gwills is, I mean, what do you do here as Gwills? You're looking at AKTK here with very Honitsu looking hand, even though it's not.
I mean, it does mean he's less likely to cut the monster.
Yeah.
Which is AKTK's weight. Will he just fold, I wonder?
He might, if he gets anything too dangerous. Though that one I feel was a bit dangerous as well.
Yeah, Jay has also moved into Tenpai here.
He's the one cut.
Oh, sorry, Ishanten. Sorry, not Tenpai. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, Avi throws that straight in.
Will he? Cheese? Probably moving towards Tan Yao.
Yeah.
Still Ishanten.
Tenpai
Jay Senpai. 1-4. Reach Pinfu. Dora. Potentially Dora too.
Yeah, potentially Dora too.
AKTK breaks Tenpai.
Tenpai for Avi.
Takes again. It is at Sanonko Tenpai.
Sana decides to take Sanonko rather than the wider.
Well, there's already 2 of the Dora out, and a 4. So, in terms of what they can see, there's more.
They don't reach you though. Oh, now they do.
Sumigiri Richie. Okay.
Sumigiri Richie. AKTK has folded. He does not want to lose his first. But now he's in a tough spot because he's got one safe tile. A few safe tiles against Dealer. Oh.
Gets back in. That's not Tenpai.
No, it's not quite.
Sumo
is a Sanonko.
Reach Sumo Sanko Haku. No Ura for a Mongan.
AKTK's happy because Gwills takes that way cavalry.
Yeah, definitely. Like that's probably the best result for AKTK there. That wasn't him winning. We move into South 3. Damn, this is going quickly. The Dora is the 1 pin again. Is that three hands in a row? It's been the Dora.
I think so. AKTK's got a fairly nice looking hand.
As does Avi, actually.
Yeah, well, that's a great draw. Takes the early Tenpai for the 6p Hanchan. 3 in the wall.
Puts a lot of pressure here on Jay.
Yeah, like this is going to be most of the pressure on Jay, which is unfortunate. Who does get to Tenpai as well.
Or he just gets Tenpai and reaches.
Close con on the 7. 2 in the wall.
2 in the wall.
Versus 3 for AKTK. Avi's not far behind. Oh, they did break it off slightly. No, they're still Ishanten.
Yeah, Avi is Ishanten. He will probably chase. He's got
Never
nothing
mind.
to lose.
AKTK deals in.
Got him.
It's painful for AKTK. Like it's dealers, so.
Yeah. It's him second, but only like barely. He needs more than us.
Look at that. It's incredibly tight. There's less than 600 points between the top 3 right now.
700, but yeah.
700, yeah.
There is no point minimum. You don't need 30k to end the game here.
Yeah, but we are still in South 3 again. The Dora is the North. Of which we see a pair in Gwills, and the other 2 are in Jay and AKTK's hands. Gwills can call it though for Yaku, so you know.
Yeah, he's an easy Mongan to secure his first. Yep,
takes
Still needs to find his head though, but that shouldn't be too hard.
It's gonna put all the players on very strong notice.
Yeah, very much so. Avi, I don't know, might still push anyway. They've got less to lose, but
his hand isn't very expensive. Like a tiny Dora. Not enough to really get him out of 4th.
That's a nice pickup.
Yep. Good draw.
Allows him to connect the Aka, or he could choose to do that also. Yep.
Gives a 3-way weight, and he's got pairs and the 2 and the 3 pins, so.
Yep. Jay is also Ishanten.
So is AKTK.
Yeah.
Wills is a block over. Still looking for his head. Not quite there. Ooh.
Everyone's sort of just looking for some very specific upgrades right now.
Okay. Abby keeps her Hanchan. Confirming the 3P as their pair, I suppose.
Yeah, they got it to the 2P here then.
Yeah, they have to.
So a bunch of Ryankon waits, but they do have a chance of a 6, 7, 8 Sanshoku, depending on what they draw. Jay is still in Ishan 10. Oh no, he breaks off.
Yeah.
Chooses not to cut on.
He
Probably worried that someone will call it.
Yeah, middle Sozo here.
I think
not
he
the
might be
most ideal
getting.
discard.
He's preferred defending against AKTK, who's been dropping Sumogiting this whole time.
Yeah.
Well, not the whole time, you know what I mean?
Ooh, three so cut. Probably because they're 310 because of the 1 so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was safe against. Oh, Tenpai for Gwills waiting on a 3-6. There is 2 in the wall, 1 of each.
Ooh.
6, 7, 8 for Avi, that 1 step closer. Unfortunately, the 7Ps were all in other people's hands, so they're going to have to get the Tenpai for it.
Yeah.
I don't see the 7P coming out of people's hands either, so I think they might be out of luck on that, but we shall see.
Jay can call this for a shape upgrade, I suppose.
Yeah. It'd be purely for a better shape.
But also he doesn't have to worry about drawing anything dangerous as well.
Yep. He can also call this if he chooses.
Waits on the
safe 8
pin.
pin.
It's a bit safer. So he's also waiting on a 7 pin.
Yeah. Well, Avi's not waiting yet, but
yeah.
As we commented, it's dead in the wall, and the fact that AKTK and Gwills both have it, neither are likely to drop it.
Mm-hmm.
The only chance there is if Gwills had drawn a 6 pin, maybe, but those are all out. Oh,
no, that won't come in.
Yes,
AKTK didn't hit Tori, no Tenpai for AKTK, which
Avi
puts him into third.
It does put him to third. Avi did get into Tenpai in the very end there, which was interesting. We're still in JCakes' dealership. Hatsu is the door.
Yep, we've got 1 in Gwill's hand. Jay has a pair of the South. And he instantly backfires on
fills out of his nice contract.
Yeah.
Still has a lot of bad shapes though, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, he's got a few cons, and there's a pair potential.
Another pair for JCakes. Puts him on 4 pairs. Gwills fills out another Hanchan. May just call into Tanya Tenpai. Ishan
yeah, that's definitely something he can do. And he picks up another Arca definitely at this point.
Yeah.
Well, now you can go for just a Pinfu door too.
Yeah. Potentially with Tanya as well, depending on what happens. I don't think he'd keep that, would he? Yeah.
No, I don't believe so.
Jay, not quite getting there. He's still waiting for that South.
AKTK is closer, but not for a very expensive hand. Yeah, Ishan 10.
Potential. No, I was going to say potential non-con, but it's not. Never mind.
No, unfortunately not. And Avi has a couple penchants. They can obviously draw into something else and cut them.
Ooh, South comes out. Will Jay call it? He does.
What will he cut? Will he confirm the Rianman?
Tenpai for AKTK?
Doesn't reach you.
Currently, yeah.
Maybe fishing for a better weight.
Yeah. I mean, a 5 or a 7, so we'll do it.
We'll move him into Pinfu, which is ideal. Con choice. He might hold it.
He does, yeah. Picks the right side of that to throw. Well, the 6 wouldn't have dealt in, but yeah. Does
Ricci waiting on... Yeah. Ricci waiting on the Suji trap, so as well as the 1 pin.
But it's
Might
also an
come
edge
out.
tile, so
Yeah, might come out from Avi right now. Chooses the safer 8-1 for now.
still dangerous. They're still throwing the wall for AKTK, so Sumo is still possible. One pin is probably used. Well, okay, one pin is now a winning tile for JKX as well, so he'll steal any one pin drops from Avi or Gwills.
Tenpai for Gwills.
Gwills here. He
The Sun Hanchan. Also waiting on the 147.
Jeez.
So 3 people waiting on the 1P.
Oh, the 9 comes
Oh,
out.
no.
Sorry,
That will come out.
Will he?
Will he trust Riichi Suji?
He does.
He does.
And falls in, unfortunately. It's going to hurt a bit.
Big win for AKT. Or it could have been.
So his AKTK
still third.
This is a spicy South 4. There is 2,000 points between third and first. There's less than 10,000 between fourth and first.
Dora is the south of which AKTK has 2.
Yep.
So this AKTK will just goes out to 2K. Oh, South comes out immediately.
South comes out.
JKX calls as well. He's got some nice shapes going there.
Chance draws the sun, so doesn't help him.
Going very fast here.
I think everyone's just trying to match speed. Jay is close-ish on 10.
It's got ahead now.
Gwills is not quite there.
Yeah.
Still 2 Shanten. Or unless Ish on 10, but not a great Ish on 10.
Yep.
Not a good weight. Or AKTK takes a weight upgrade.
Tenpai for J, which goes into an AKTK Tenpai as well.
So 6-9 for AKTK for his Mungan, and no Hanemon. Because it's South Dora 5.
Yeah, South Dora 5.
Yeah.
But the game will continue regardless if he wins it. So the 1 pin will have to come out here, surely.
Or 8 pin.
Yeah, or the 8.
The 8 pin waiting on the 1. 2, so it gets called there. This is going very fast.
Avi feeling left behind, calls as well to speed up his hand.
The new Dora is the 4-man.
Oh, he deals it. Giving AKTK the win. That is a big win.
Just what he needs.
Yeah,
exactly.
The game continues, obviously, since we don't have you don't get quitting when you're ahead. But this is going to be a battle between second and third, I think, for Gwills and JKX. There's a good nearly 20-point gap. I think Hanemon Sumo would be enough for JKX to get first.
16.
Yeah, Hanemon Sumo is enough for him.
It's an 18K swing. AKTK is ish on 10 for a Cheetoy already.
Dora is the north, by the way, which Gwills has 2 of.
You can't call that happily. Jay calls early for a Bakahon, so a Honitsu with no other value. I'm probably just settling for second, I suppose.
Yeah, I think settling for second is correct. The chance of him getting first here is low, and there's no reason to push for it.
Tempai for AKTK on the hell weight on the south. It will come out if someone draws it. But...
Well, it will likely come out, I feel.
But maybe he will switch to a better weight?
I think AKTK really likes these 1 or 2 cut honor weights as well. Yeah. If I remember his play a little bit. So he might just hold on to it till the death. But Gwills really is looking for a second more than a third here.
There you go, he swaps over to the 8 so there.
Gwills? Probably a Dama Pinfu would be their best. Dama Pinfu Dora 2 would be enough for them to skew a second.
That's a
actually Dama Pinfu no Dora would be enough.
They refuse it. Tempai for J on a Sun Hanchan.
That could come out straight away.
Could come out right away.
It does not.
Oh, Dodgers. Their weight is kind of dead though because they did pawn
the nines themselves.
There are 2 left in the wall for JKs. I believe it's 2 3s.
Oh, this could be
better tempi for Avi.
You have to throw. What is he throw?
A 6 mod for a Sun Hanchan 258.
Yeah.
Does take it.
Damas, I guess. I feel like that's weak. You should just reach it. Or no, but they're fishing the Itsu.
Fishing for the Itsu, fair.
Which is 2 left in the wall.
Does make it hard on Ghouls and J-Cakes here.
Yeah.
Neither wants to take a foot. Really.
Yeah.
I mean, Jay doesn't mind too much, but
actually, I'm not sure.
Obviously.
It doesn't make it hard for Gwills because he has if he pushes and deals in, the chance of him dropping to 4th is so low.
Oh, AKTK folds. Hard fold. Could have pushed 2 mon. Was safe.
2 pin here from Jay.
Oh, that does not look good for.
But
that's not safe at all.
Yeah, he might drop the
West. Yeah.
Or even the 7. Like the West might be better, but the 7 is definitely safe. Drops the West.
Yeah. There's one uses a door indicator. It would only deal into a Tunky, which.
Oh right, yeah.
Which
seems
is
unlikely.
Not unlikely.
Not entirely, but
AKTK does look a bit like a Cheetoy.
He does, yeah. That is true.
Gwill's falling for not
back into
Tenpai for a Chinitsu.
So he upgrades. Same issue. There's only 2 left in the wall, I believe. Unless that changed, it might only be 1 now. Yeah, I think there's only 1 left.
I mean, placement only changes if AKTK deals indirectly. Even then, I think it's not enough.
AK will, leave it, and that'll call
AK
it from
folds,
there.
and that ends the N-South 4.
Which
AKTK, the important first. Should we have him on and then wait? Is the other game still going?
The other game is still going. We can swap over to that, I feel. I'm not going to get anyone on for interviews afterwards. I think we'll just do the interviews post everything, since we've got a few other things happening. So
we need to see the other game.
Yeah, AKTK is in first. I'll just jump over to that because it's actually getting close to its end, so we'll just jump straight into it. Last ASP was starting dealer. We'll start from there. And
oh no,
Cyber.
Oh no,
playing Kingmaker.
She's once again.
That is not a good call for ESP. So ESP is on AUNSW Wanderers, who are currently in 5th, vying for a place.
And
they had to place above
PP.
Power. So PP,
who is in 2nd.
They do have they don't have a dealership anymore.
Yeah. No, they don't.
PP does.
Starting dealer. PP does, but
ESP does not. Yeah.
Worth noting that Cyber's dealer, and we're in the 3rd repeat, so they've probably had a few wins in the last couple hands. I feel.
It would seem so. Yes.
Yeah, this is.
I mean, assuming the placements don't change, does that mean Dark Flame Curse Totoro is in? Because Tile Dreaming took a 3rd.
I haven't done the math.
I'm having a quick look.
I think the Dark Flame Curse Totoro is over 200 now.
Yeah, they would be. As things stand right now, they would sneak into 4th place, I believe.
Knocking out Tile Dreaming?
Knocking out Oz New South Wales and the Powerpuff Boys.
Powerpuff Boys are getting 2nd here, though.
But
it's not a very big second.
Yeah, but they'll overtake Tile Dreaming. Because Tile Dreaming got a negative.
Oh, true, and Tile Dreaming.
So Tile Dreaming is knocked out?
Potentially. Because what was Tile Dreaming's negative again?
Didn't catch it.
3rd, so it'd be like negative 20.
They were, 27? And they took a negative 1.5, so that would be 26.5.
About a negative 15 or so.
Negative 15. That would be, I think, enough to drop them out.
Because we're getting a plus 10 at least here from Powerpuff Boys.
So unless PP takes like a really gets hit over and over again by Cyber's dealership.
How can ESP
That's going to
get
hurt
back
for
into this
Gwils, though,
game?
considering if he ends up dropping there from third place. Like, obviously it's very close, but...
the margins were very slim. I mean, I think he played pretty much the best game he could have there.
Yeah.
ESP... I mean, this hand doesn't look good for him. He can win it and overtake third, but...
Does he just need a second? Would that be enough? Or he just needs to be overpowerful for us?
No, I think
for ESP.
Actually, a third might be enough.
A third would be enough. No,
because
Totoro...
No, he needs to be over... Yeah. He needs to be over PP, so he needs
He needs a second.
Like 2 Hanemons.
I mean, it's not impossible, but this hand will get him a little bit of the way if he can get to a Richie Pinchudora 1 with some Ura.
Well, it's not quite Tenpai for Cyber. Maybe he's hoping for PP to deal into Cyber.
Yeah.
To make it a bit easier to overtake.
Ideally,
so, like, if he wins this, like, with a 2,000 point hand, it doesn't help him.
Yeah.
Cyber gets into Tenpai for a Richie
Tenpai
Pinchudora.
for USP.
Which he chooses to Dharma. He would have... I guess he's... Oh. He was hoping for a direct hitter, I guess.
Richen Richie?
No,
he's taking Tenpai payments. He's waiting for... He's just going to hope this goes to Ryukoku so he can get another Hanchan to build a hand that will get him to second.
Yeah, I guess that's probably... Like, yeah, that's what I was thinking. He needs to win both these hands and, ideally.
And even better if PP deals in right now, for whatever reason.
Breaks Tenpai?
Breaks Tenpai. 9, so... I feel like that... Probably just doesn't trust it enough, I guess.
Well, doesn't trust the one-cut Haku.
Reach from PP
here. On the...
Sharp, but no, it's a Chitoy.
Chitoy on the 3.
Chitoy on the Dora.
Likely to come out. It's in everyone's hand. But...
None left in the wall. I don't think anyone will cut it.
No, I don't believe so.
Worth noting that Cyber's is also dead in the wall.
Yeah, Cyber's weight is also dead. So this will go to Ryukoku.
Wait,
someone sneezes and hits the wrong button, I think.
Cheese is technically Tenpai, but Yakulas, if he keeps it, he does not.
Doesn't keep it. Not taking risks.
Yeah.
ESP misses out on these Tenpai payments, which is really unfortunate for him.
Yeah, no, that's the rich get richer.
It does widens his gap between him and PP.
But he does start with an interesting high pie in this one for
couple arcers. Yeah.
It could, I don't know if it's enough. He might just go for Suwonko.
Yeah, I think I'm just saying that's what you have to look at.
You have to consider it at least, but even like just the Sanko, Sha
Sanko,
Dora 2.
Yeah, it could be a buy.
Yeah.
Reach and gets lucky. Other players.
Cheese's hand. He's choked up with a lot of. He's got
bad shapes. He's got a pair of ace, which don't really help.
Pretty much, yeah. Not any help to him right now. He chooses to throw the 1.
Probably just trying to get rid of these bad shapes and see what.
Yeah, Cyber has some nice shapes.
ESP takes another step closer to that.
Has like one completed meant to and some nice round and PP. Hand isn't bad as well. Gets another Ryanman.
Yep.
Chooses to go headless.
I guess it's fine at this stage.
Yeah.
He's also got a 1, 2, 3 Sun Shoku. if he draws into it.
Oh,
Yeah,
lost
probably
ESP, swapping the
confirming
7 and losing out on the chance of getting another pair, but oh well.
That's how it
he has
goes.
enough. He has enough. He has enough points. Oh,
He
Chooses to call.
So he throws away Suanko, but Suanko's still a
so
possibility.
for Sadako, so but otherwise it's what, a Toy Shador 2.
Yeah.
That's a manga. If you get the direct hit off PP,
That'll do a lot.
it brings him like in range to overtake an S4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worth noting that we haven't seen a single Dora yet. Of the 14.
Jeez, yeah, we have not. Wow.
There's just
Ishan 10 for Cyber though. Draws a Dora.
Can
Keeps
definitely
it.
take that. You can use the Dora.
Tenpai for PP.
If he draws a 9-9,
Yeah.
a 6-9 or a 7-9,
Yeah.
he can easily use the Dora.
PP's got 4 on the wall, waiting on the 1-4 so. It's actually quite a vulnerable weight. No one's really likely to use it. Only Cyber would use the 4 so.
That's another. That's Senpai for ESP.
If he draws
And
it, that's uncle.
He can't take that.
He takes it. Okay, so that direct gets a Mungun with all these sticks in the middle.
I mean,
puts him in a Mungun Sumo range.
Mungun Sumo range is
exactly
there.
12k, yeah.
However, I think with this tournament, as opposed to like say Tenho rules, rather than winning placement based on seeding, I think Uma is split.
Well, the thing is, would the game end if they're equal first? And I think the answer is... Oh, wait, no, they're not. Cyber is...
Well, no.
Sorry.
It's S4.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It would be split.
So, and ESP needs to be ahead of PP. So he effectively needs more than a Mungun.
If Richie Stick does it.
Yeah, if someone else reaches, that'll be enough.
Yeah. I wonder if the other players, like, calculating this...
Potentially.
Know that it needs to be an extra...
Believe ESP and PP probably. So I don't think we'll be seeing any Richies out of PP. I mean, I could be wrong. He's moving towards a... He's moving towards a Empire.
PP was like... He was dumb a lost hand. He's made his intention. He doesn't first. Yeah. He just wants to move the round along.
Yeah.
And secure his team's place. Because he knows that... I don't know if his teammates have clued him in on the results of the other game, but he knows as long as ESP is below him, there's a good chance his team will make it into the top 4.
Oh, yeah. Completes another Ryanman.
Still 2 Shanten, I think. But he can't just win either because he's dealer. He needs someone else to win. Or go to Ryukoku and be no 10. ESP probably... I feel like Honitsu or Chinitsu is their best bet at a Hanuman, which is what they need, or a direct hit. Will they cut the door now? Okay. I mean, if you squint, you could maybe see a Churin.
Yeah, it's not. Got what? One more ISO left. Yeah, I mean, it's not impossible. I don't think. He's only got 2 soul left to draw. I mean,
but I mean, either way, he has to be cutting. He has to be cutting like the Pinzu soon, right?
Yeah, yes. Yeah.
Even a direct hit with this hand isn't enough.
He needs Mangan Sumo, or what would that be?
He needs a Hanemon Sumo. Churin is alive. Actually, how many Tusos are left? There's still one
Tuso left in the wall.
1 8-so left in the wall. Okay.
This makes more sense. He can go towards a Chinitsu Toy if he wants. He could do. What Chinitsu?
I feel like PP will just fold though.
Yeah, if PP's paying attention to the points, he'll just fold out the hand. I mean, the 8-bin was the most likely discard there, but it's also Genbutsu. 4's Genbutsu. Yeah, he's folding.
I don't know why he's holding onto the Dora though. I know. I guess Toy Dora 2. If he gets a direct hit, it's enough.
Yep. But it's tied, right? With no Richie stick.
No, if a direct hit.
Direct hit, yeah, of course. Sorry.
For a Mungun, a direct Mungun will be enough.
Yeah. Could also end up being
for the other players, like Cheese is Ishan 10. Maybe he'll just win. Just
more I mean that's what usually has been happening in the league, right? The South 4 ends on a whimper.
Yeah. Okay. Falls just to take Tenpai. It's not a great weight though.
It's 9 souls are dead, 3 souls are dead. There is 2
6-0s.
2 6-0s left.
And Cyber sitting on first, Ishan 10. Like they can call to Tenpai.
That's a good question for Cheese. He does risk it.
Well, he's got nothing to lose. Well, I mean, points, I suppose, actually.
Aka, for ESB, he could take Tenpai, but it wouldn't be a good Tenpai.
I mean, PP would just no 10 this, surely.
Yeah, no, PP will no 10 this hand. That gives last dealer to ESB.
Well, he's got nothing to lose except, yeah. So PP ends S4 no 10, which does secure the scores. Are the scores like have they been?
Yep. The scores have been
posted. So we will look at the final standings momentarily. Just trying to organize some interviews and stuff. We're gonna skip the first place interviews and just go into some team interviews based on the 4 going into the final thing, assuming we can get representatives. We shall see. So I'll put the scores up. Actually, we saw both the scores, so I'll just put the standings up. Boop. See if I can. No, it doesn't want to actually zoom in for me. But yeah, there we go.
So with the double loss from Cheese tonight, actually moved Water in the fire to second place.
Well, I mean, points are halved, so
the points are still going to be halved. But yeah, so in the end, have you got the scores up?
Yeah, the scores are up on the. Sorry, you guys can't see the streaming there. Yes, they are up.
So in the end, Tall Dreaming and AUNSW Wanderers are the 2 teams to miss out.
Well, I mean, Tanyao Sensation and Junkin Run also miss out.
Oh yeah.
Actually, interesting. Tanyao Sensation, last hurrah, manages to sneak into 7th.
Yeah. No, Cyber put on a great show.
Good on them, yeah.
Just trying to organize some interviews with the top 4 teams if I can.
Nice. Do you want to? So we'll just go through the scores.
Yeah, go through the scores. Do you want to swap over? Just go through the standings.
Yep. So I think at the end of the playoffs, in 8th place is Junkin Ron and minus 95.6. In 7th place, Tanyao Sensation on minus 28.1. 6th place, AUNSW Wanderers on 147.1. 5th place is Tile Dreaming on 168.4. You want to take over?
Yeah, sure. 5th place, the Powerpuff Boys, 184.7. 3rd place, Dark Flame Curse Totoro, 212.7. 2nd place, Water in the Fire at 287.8. And in 1st, Atosuke at 307.6 points.
Yay!
Yay! No bias. But yeah. Yeah, so it was a very good
so congratulations, to those first top 4 teams for making it to the finals, and
apologies if there was a bell going.
Condolences for those who didn't make it this time. Nonetheless, we saw really high quality Mahjong. So
Yeah, those are
well
last
played
two
to
games were
everyone.
complete nail biters. Well, yeah, but well
Yeah.
played to everyone that took place. Definitely was a pretty rapidly shifting semifinals. I mean, going into it, I think the only team that was probably safe was Water in the Fire. Any one of the the other 7 teams could have pushed right into the top 4. So
yep. We unfortunately Powerpuff Boys don't have anyone able to jump on stream. We are getting a statement from them basically. So we'll probably get that out, and then Dark Flame Curse Totoro will come in next.
well, do we want to do one for us or?
I mean, I was going to do them in reverse order from 4th.
Reverse order. Yeah, okay, yeah. That works. Yeah, cool. Was very well fought finals.
Yeah, no, that was actually quite interesting. I kind of wish we could have watched both matches at once, but obviously that's not as easy as it might sound.
No,
we did. Yeah, I think we saw a good sample of both matches. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, we definitely got to the end of that. Was good. Actually, sorry, trying to wait for Phil and see. Yeah, we might just get Dark Flame Crystal Throw out in the way, and then, yeah.
So who's representing that?
It looks like at least AKTK.
Gudetama.
Gudetama. Yep.
Yeah, we have to have one of the organizers sorted. There we go.
Yep.
Hello.
Hello.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Just wait a minute. Let me turn the YouTube off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Praise AKT guys.
Yeah. Okay.
Can we kick Gudetama out?
If he gets too rowdy, I might.
Well, why is he muted?
No,
he muted himself, so. Yeah.
Kevin's here with me as well, by the way.
But yeah, AKTK, you want to say a few words after the games today, particularly your win?
Massive games.
Today's game, it was really exciting, especially the last few hands. I think you have already seen it.
Yeah.
And
that Hanuman at the end. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of Kongs, and everyone opened their hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
what were your thoughts going into the day? Because I think your team needed like 2 firsts, or at least
yeah,
quite a lot of points to make
first. Sorry, what was your question? I mean,
did you have to play differently, or do you feel like you played?
Didn't really plan to play very differently for the first game, and yeah, but after you came first in the first game, the second is easier. You just play normally.
Yeah, I know. I've seen you play quite a few games, and I didn't really notice too much of a different shift in how you played. It's obviously pretty consistent, I think.
Okay, yeah, but I do open much more frequent today, I think, compared to games in the past, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
do
but
you
like,
think you'll play any differently going in the finals?
I don't know. Well, depends on the score. Like, if Water in the Fire continues to win, then we have to play some different style.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll just play normal, because, like, I think the score is very close between the teams, right?
Yeah. There was only about
Scores will be
70
half.
points between you and Water in the Fire, 20 points between Water in the Fire and Otsutsuki, and 30 points between Powerpuff Boys and Dark Flame Curse Totoro. So, and those all get halved as well.
Yeah,
so,
after the halving, it's going to be a total of what is that, 60 points between first and fourth, basically.
Something like that, yeah.
Nah.
Okay, so any last words about the finals?
Well, not really. but in terms of the whole tournament, I'd like to say thank you to everyone who has helped, like the commentators, the admin, and yeah.
All good.
You should really get an award for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy's
Yeah.
put in a lot of work. I know sometimes Cheese is up until the early hours of the morning, updating stats up
Stats and
every
stuff.
week. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Okay then.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm
Once
really
again-
happy today. And
Yep. Well played.
Right.
Congratulations, and
Once
we'll
again,
see you in the finals.
congratulations.
oh,
Good luck.
thanks. Cool. I think you can have the next team.
Yep.
yeah, we're waiting
we'll
on a
get,
statement
Water
from.
Fire.
Yeah.
So thanks, and yeah, good luck. Just trying to get Cheese on next. I believe he's coming in for Water in the Fire.
Hey, Cheese.
My guys.
Congratulations on making it into the finals.
Thanks. You can thank my for that.
No, I think I mean you've carried your team like throughout the season like quite well, I think.
I guess. I just entered half of it away in the last 2 games for fun.
I mean, at the same time, your last 2 games are pretty rough in terms of
Well,
the positions you were put in.
everyone would have been playing their best Mahjong, so I don't think you should be ashamed of like being unlucky this time. I think no one doubts that you're a good player.
All good, all good.
Yeah. But I mean, what are your thoughts now? Any strategies for the finals?
Not really. I mean, when it comes to these team tournaments, at least for me personally, my aim isn't to win. I try my best to invite new people into the league every season. So this year, two of the team members are new from season 1. So for anyone out there watching who wants to play,
Yeah,
I'll invite you next time.
I mean, we talked about it before, but in this league, we had teams from the UK, we had teams from New Zealand. You don't need to be a long-time player to play. We're here to have fun, you know. So
Exactly. So I guess making top 4 was, I don't know, it wasn't like unlikely, but it wasn't like on my mind when we started. So feels good.
yeah, no, I mean,
Well, congratulations, nonetheless. I think you do a lot of like background work. Do you want to mention a bit about it so we can thank you for it?
Oh, you mean?
What's involved now? What's involved in organizing ARMA League?
Well, to be honest, you guys give me too much credit, so I thank Totoro for that. So I only set up like the coding for the stats and then put some input into the format and the like registration and all that. But Totoro does all the like the real background work. So
yeah, I mean, all you guys put in, you keep it running as smooth as you can, you know. So
yeah, obviously we try to make sure, like with scheduling, making sure that people have teams have people ready for the sessions so that we can run on time.
Who's in charge of chasing people who don't show up on time?
That would be Totoro.
Totoro.
But I ping sometimes.
But yeah, no,
I think getting people's numbers and
yeah, I think you sell yourself a bit short there, Cheese. I feel like you do more than you give yourself credit for.
yeah, I'm sure like getting those stats and stuff can't be like the easiest thing. So we really appreciate.
I mean, once it's set up, then Totoro just chucks in the logs into it, and whoop, everything comes out.
Okay, we might try and get Phil in if we can, because I think he's jumping in from mobile or something, so we'll see.
He might have a message. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
there we go. Thank you, Cheese.
Thanks for commentating today, guys.
Thanks for all your work as well as congratulations on your team and best of luck for the finals.
Thanks, you too.
yeah, that's a good point. Actually, we're in there, aren't we? Okay, and Phil for Powerpuff Boys. Congratulations on making it through.
Oh, thanks.
There we go. Any words you want to say about getting the finals? Any people you're looking out for?
Just want to say we are actually quite lucky to get into the final because there's only one player carrying us, and everyone knows who that is. Yes.
Yeah, Miku did do very well in the early start.
And then I remember there's one game which I slept over, and I didn't show up, and Totoro played for me.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I know that personally. Every time I went up against Miku this season, it was terrifying.
Yeah, once you get someone on a roll like that, it's very intimidating going up against it, and he just did not falter. You know, I think his
well, he took a few like loss in the end, but like that was his score at the end of like the playoffs. It's
still like
insane.
over 300.
Yeah.
He's the most skilled player in our team.
I mean,
and I really appreciate that.
You went into this night, and I mean, obviously the first game wasn't ideal for you, but you held out in the second game and secured a spot.
You held out where it counted.
I did a bit calculations for the second game because the 5th and 6th team there's one on my table and there's a 6 and 7 on the other table.
ESP was on your table.
Yeah, if the other two teams from the other table gets first and second, and I think I don't really need a first to like be qualified in the final.
Yeah, there was a lot of different situations, and it's just I think as long as you were above ASP and not negative, you were pretty safe, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, no, that was a very interesting one. Have you got any plans for the finals? Do you guys have a game plan, or is it just gonna see how it goes?
Put Miku on as many times.
Yeah, we'll put Miku all the way through the final.
All the way.
And everyone
you do need to play one game at least.
Each, yeah, but no, I mean, putting Miku on everything, let's go with that. All good. Thank you very much for jumping on, and congratulations for making it through.
Thanks.
And yeah, best of luck.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Should we get JK's on?
Trying to. Yes.
Oh, yep.
Okay.
Hey. So.
Thanks for carrying our team.
J Cakes is the one that's going to be doing our speech. J Cakes.
What do you want me to say? I mean, like, thank you guys for picking up my slack in that. Like, over the season, I played what 4 games in the playoff in the preliminary rounds,
and then you ended it on like nearly 280 points or something.
And you weren't just absurdly lucky. But I'm actually very thankful to you guys for being willing to accommodate the commentator schedule. I remember even like with the team, I'm just like, if anyone wants to take me, you have to accommodate to my schedule. So I appreciate that a lot.
It's been fine.
No worries. We're very happy to have you on our team, Jake.
Making up for all our mistakes.
Oh, 100% red tie, yes!
For now, you need to play at least one more game.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so far. Obviously, like, the Final Four is going to be a lot tougher. And like, oh my god, playing against AKT Kid again was just like, god damn it, let me get my first place.
Yeah.
Let's not turn this into a brag session there at least.
No, but
No. It was genuinely just like no. As in like it was genuinely hard to play against AKTK because he was always doing like every discard kind of felt really scary after a while because like mid tiles would come out pretty quickly. So it was generally very good, and I think I enjoyed the league a lot and just sort of seeing a lot of different players. I think I played against the UK team at least twice.
Yeah, no, it was nice actually having the UK team in, or the UK, and I think we also had a New Zealand team as well. So.
Yeah.
Expanding the league out into more teams has been a very nice experience so far.
Yep. But also like thanks to everyone who has participated in the top 8 so far. We are sad to see Junkin, Rowan, Tanya, Sensation, AU, NSW, Wanderers, and Tile Dreaming to go. But yeah, thank you guys for like being willing to play, and yeah, thanks to the admin staff as usual. You guys already did that for Cheese, but also for Totoro and for SBT, who's not here tonight, but does a commentary admin duo role, which is fucking insane. Like, ridiculous.
And thank you, Jay, for commentating for most of the season, as well as organizing a lot of the guest commentators. I think that was all you, right?
Yeah, but it was a pleasure. Like, I'm really in the community over there, and it wasn't much effort at all. I thanked them. I think I already thanked them, but like, yeah, it was really nice that they actually took the time to come to some of our games.
Yeah, I think some of them had to wake up in like the wee hours.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Korak with Shori. I think Shori was
Shuri was
No,
okay
Shuri
because
was
he's in
fun.
Europe.
Shuri was fun. Shuri was 12. It was
Shuri was
Queenie who was at 3 a.m. start.
Yeah.
That was the most guilty one.
And that was twice, I believe. That was 2 days
Yeah.
straight.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if they're listening, thanks to you for,
Yes, thank you to
for
all the guest
waking up
commentators
early
as well.
to commentate for our tournament.
But yeah. All right, I'll let you guys close up the stream.
Yeah, so
Well, while you're here, actually, what's the plan for next week's commentation?
Oh,
Maybe
I
you can
haven't
sneak
thought.
peeks and
I
stuff.
mean, we're gonna do secret backroom strats, right, boys?
yeah, totally.
Gonna get into the back room and start plotting against each of these teams. I'm done with exams after Tuesday, so replay analysis on each player, identify weaknesses.
I'm looking forward to it.
Need to figure out our schedules and stuff. But yeah, so it's going to be quite a close finals. Like, there's only 120 points between first and fourth before the halving, so it's only about 60
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. A post halving, this is gonna be like
gonna
if
be an
Powerpuff
absolute
Boys gets one first, it's like already back to like everyone.
It's an absolute shootout.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, then we will leave it there. We do keep going next week, is that right? We don't take a week off?
I'm just double checking. Yeah, June 19th is the first game.
Yep. Okay, so we will be back next week with the final round of the ARMA Team League Season 2. It is it's an 8-game over 2-week finals.
Yes.
With all the other
So
usual rules.
8 Hanchans.
Yep. 800 over
to
2
determine the winner.
Jeff and Veggie, thank you so much for joining us today. Considering this
No
is
worries.
impromptu dragging you guys out here, so thank you for that.
No, it's all right.
No worries.
It was fun sort of getting a chance to do this over Jay instead of the other way around. So
That's true.
But yeah, so the points will be halved for the finals. I don't know if we've got a list for the finals yet. Ooh, wrong button.
No, I don't think they put up which.
Yeah, no, okay. So yeah, we will see you all next week. Thanks again to the admin team for doing all the background organizing. Like, seriously, we can't thank you guys enough for making this run as smoothly as it does. And yeah, we will see you all next time. Oops.
Yep.
Everyone
Have a good night or good rest of your day.
Yeah, so good luck. And usual, same time. So just come back same time next week. Bye.